Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to SimCity, and a huge thank you to each and every one of you that have been watching this series so far. I wasn't expecting videos on SimCity 2013 to do so well here in 2022, but these have blown up a little bit, and it's been kind of cool seeing everyone talking about how much of a nostalgia trip this is, because that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted the nostalgia myself, and I wanted to share it, and it feels like going back to how this channel started and that whole desire to just have conversations about games and go on nostalgia trips together. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate you, and I do appreciate all the comments on part 1 of the series with name suggestions. Now, some of you might have already spotted that I have renamed Riverbend to Nerdberg, which was my favorite name suggestion in those comments. It just rolls off the tongue really well. But there were also suggestions for Nerdington, which I thought was pretty cool. And there was a deep cut by suggesting Linden City, which is another one that I really appreciate. But much like the recent City Skylines episode where we talked about this, I'm not going to tell the Linden story because I'm pretty sure I've told it this year already. So we'll wait until 2023 for that story to be told again. Now, there are a few things I want to do today. I've got a couple of things in mind for good old Nerdberg here. First and foremost, we really need to deal with some of the demand that's popping up. This residential demand thing it's proving to be a bit of a problem because it's a constant. We also have commercial demand, and we don't really have much space left to build. We have this space down here, but to be honest, I'm either going to build commercial down here or industry. It's not going to be residential because pollution from the ore mine is going to blow that way. And honestly, they won't like living next to an airport anyway, so it's going to be commercial or it's going to be industrial. We'll figure that out. The other thing I want to do is actually go through all of our services and just make sure that we're okay. So power has 86.5 megawatts of access. Water actually has 4.2, so we could probably do with another water tower. And our water towers are over here near the oil and the sewage, which is, yeah, interesting choice. Interesting choice from me right there. I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do with that, actually. Let's de-zone this little bit of land right here, and let's move sewage into this space. So we'll go ahead and put a sewage thing there, and we'll go ahead and get one right next to it, and we'll get another one right next to it, and we'll get another one right next to it, and we'll get another one right next to it. So sewage is covered. We're at 58 kilogallons per hour excess, which is fantastic. So these guys, honestly, these are already maxed out, which is actually kind of a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these because I just don't really want that pollution being so close to the water. And these guys will be fine. These guys will do just fine. So now that they're gone, what I can do is go back into water and I can get myself another hydro pumping station and I can put it right about there. Now that pollution, that ground pollution is slowly going to go away. And I'm pretty sure a hydro pumping station right there will be just fine. So we'll take that chance. If it ends up being a problem, it's a problem. We can move this station elsewhere, but I'm pretty sure that ground pollution will go away. And so we should be pretty good in terms of water. We're up to 21.8 excess, which is fantastic. We've already sorted out sewage, so we don't need to look at that. And so now I want to look at waste disposal. And we can see that we're collecting 2,438 out of 2,502 garbage cans per day, and that number is increasing. So we're covered, I'm pretty sure, in terms of garbage, which is absolutely fantastic. In terms of fire coverage, no buildings are burning down per day. 5 of 5 fires are being extinguished every day, so we're covered there. In terms of healthcare, we don't have any deaths, but we don't seem to be treating as many of the sick as I would like to. And I think part of the reason for that is because we have a little clinic right here and a little clinic right here, but we don't have any health coverage for people living over in this end of town. So let's get another clinic, and we'll go ahead and throw it, I think, right on this corner. I think that's a pretty good spot. And I think what we can do is modify this guy a little bit and just go ahead and say, you know, here's a few more ambulance bays. We'll give them another space for patients as well, but we'll give them some ambulance bays right back here so that this little clinic is going to be able to cover just about everything we could want it to cover. And of course, we'll give it a We'll give it a nice sign up here as well. So there we go. What is that? Health clinic. All right. So that should help us pretty greatly in terms of health coverage. This entire sort of southern space is nicely covered. This bit up here could probably use one as well, but I'm gonna hold off for now. We'll come back, we'll look at these stats, we'll see what happens. And then in terms of policing, there's no crimes, there's no criminals, there's no arrests, there's 2 prisoners. So I think we're pretty covered there, which is fantastic. And that brings us on to education. 1,019 students are enrolled out of 1,127. I don't know if that means that we could have more students, or there are more students that aren't enrolled, or if that means that we have room for more students, but we have, what, 2 elementary schools, I'm pretty sure, or 2 grade schools, one right there, with a library over here, so I think we're doing okay. Although we could build a community college. And now, sure, this thing's not accredited, but it is a lot cheaper and smaller than a university. It adds to mid-wealth residential land value. It has 500 desks. It will increase the tech level of nearby industrial buildings. So what I'm actually going to do with the community college is, I think, build it over in the industrial section of the city. And we could build it right here. This isn't a great spot for it, but there's nothing else here. So 42,000 Somalians, we'll go ahead and plop it down. And that should help out the tech level of a bunch of the industries nearby. And that should generally help people. Well, I don't necessarily know if it's going to do too much. I don't know how many students are going to go there, but hopefully that helps us out a little bit. It's closed and now hiring. So let's speed up the game a little bit. And let's see, can I modify you? I can extend it. I forgot you could do this, to be honest. I completely forgot that the community college could be extended. We'll go ahead and just put a couple of little decorations in front of it now. We can extend it. We can add up to 2,000 new desks. Each extension wing has 500 desks, and we can add 4 of them. So this thing can be pretty impressive, actually. Let's actually see what it has to say as well. The one side effect of an educated city I forgot to mention. Sims are actually now more in tune to the problems around them. You'll have to pay special attention to things like pollution, crime, and fire. Smart Sims won't put up with it. Okay. And what do you want now? Why is there 2 things that they have to tell me? Hey, do you want to expand? Wait, what was this guy's voice? I had one for him, but I don't remember what it was. Whatever, it's probably fine. Hey, do you want to expand the community college? Take a look at what it's got. No, I'm okay. I already had a look at it. I know what it's got. I don't need to see it again. We're fine. There are actually some other things in here as well. That's going to be the university. But I guess the university needs a Department of Education, and that needs 3,000 Sims in Nerdberg, so we'll hold off for now. We're not going to worry too much about that. And I suppose now that brings us on to mass transit. And I realized that my bus coverage is not amazing. There's only bus coverage around this top part of the city. So let's go ahead and add some buses to this lower section as well. We'll just bring some sort of, some bus stops kind of around here and try to cover this as best we can. And I guess some bus stops sort of in the middle there will help us out as well. It is really weird. I've got to be honest. It is really weird not having bus routes as a thing. It's weird that the buses they are just shuttle buses. They just go where the people are. It's a really weird system, especially coming from City Skylines. But at the same time, it's also kind of nice not having to worry too much about the intricacies of bus lines. All I have to do is place bus stops and we're good, right? I don't have to set up the perfect line. I just need the stops. So we'll get some bus stops into industry. We got bus stops around here. I think we're covered really, really nicely. Average wait is 22 minutes, which could probably be better. We do have some other options, to be fair. We have a bus terminal. This is a terminal for larger municipal and regional buses. Low and medium wealth Sims can drive here before taking the bus. Municipal buses can pick up and drop off Sims inside the city, as well as at neighboring cities with bus stops or shelters. Regional buses can drop off and pick up tourists here. And then we have a double-decker bus terminal. This bus terminal provides charming double-decker buses that transport low and medium wealth Sims around the city origin England. Okay, so this I think is going to have Union Jack liveried buses, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I kind of want both of these. I kind of want both. I think the bus terminal is going to be good because it means when we get around to building another city, we can have Sims take the bus that way. So let's put I kind of like it the idea of it there, but we can't expand it at the back. And honestly, some Omega Co expansion in there might be really good. So, oh, I don't know where to build this. I really don't know where to build this, to be honest. I mean, we've got spaces in here. I think having it close to the city center kind of makes sense, right? That seems like it's where it should be, but getting rid of some of these tall buildings doesn't seem like a good idea at all. We got some room in here as well. We got some room in there, although that does stop it from being expandable. So I guess we should put it, I guess we put it here, right? I guess it can go right here. That is going to get rid of some buildings, but honestly, it kind of makes sense. So let's see what this has to say as well. What have we got going on? The bus terminal carries commuters back and forth between cities in region. It's also capable of bringing low and mid-wealth tourists into the city. Be sure to provide enough buses to handle all the riders. Okay, so we can totally do that. We can actually just expand this immediately. We can have up to 8 additional, or up to 8 garages here. And these are 250 per hour. I don't know that I necessarily want to build all of these, but we'll certainly build 2 about there, and we'll get maybe 2 or 3. You know what? We'll just build all of them. Why not? We'll do that, right? And then I think we can do, yeah, we'll just do all of them. Why not? There we go. So now we've got all the buses. That's hopefully going to help us out. Let's give them a nice sign up here as well. And then I guess what we'll do is also ooh, we can't afford it. It's 45,000 Somalians for the double-decker bus terminal, 800 per hour. We can afford that. And I guess this thing could probably go there. That's probably a good spot for it. I don't think, I'm pretty sure this doesn't actually count as a stop. I'm not really 100% sure if it does or doesn't, but, well, actually, no, it does. It does provide coverage, doesn't it? So we want to maybe be careful with where we put this thing. I mean, it could go in there. That does seem like a really great spot for it. I've got to be honest. Like, these spots just right in here by the city center. I'm going to be honest. It's going to hurt my population, but I'm going to do it. That's kind of a great spot for it. And we can expand it as well. We can give it a nice sign right about there. I think is pretty good. And then we can give it a bunch more buses, which, how much are they? 15,300 per hour. Okay. You know what? I think we'll hold off. I do want to see, though, if we have any of the buses. Because at the minute, I don't see any right now. It is working. We have 3 buses. I'm kind of hoping we can get a good look at them, because I know, I mean, you can sort of see them there, right? That's what the buses look like. It is nighttime, so it's kind of tricky, but yeah, that'll be pretty good. Hopefully all of that will work together to help out. Ooh. Oh, look at these things. Do we have a bunch of people waiting there? No, that's grass. Never mind. I genuinely thought for a second we had people waiting, but no, it is just grass. All right. Well, that's a little bit embarrassing. Okay. So that's mass transit sorted out. More or less. The streetcar thing, we could expand that, but honestly, I think it's fine as is. I did get rid of the excess section of track that we had along the highway. Although, interestingly, it's a 61-minute wait right now for the streetcars. 1,800 people per day. I don't know that I love that. We could probably fix that by adding more streetcars. These things are 3,300 per hour. Let's do 1, 2, and let's do 2 to start with, actually. Let's not go too crazy here. Kind of annoying that the sign for this thing has to be, well, it could be there. Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. So hopefully having those extra streetcars is going to help us out. That gives us up to 7 of them. So hopefully that wait time comes down a little bit. The average wait for a train is 14 minutes. That seems fine. I don't know if it's bad or good. Although apparently this thing can be, oh, we can just put a sign on it. Okay. We'll put a sign up there. That seems like a good idea. What is this? I'm going to have to sit on top if this keeps up. Okay, the trains are packed is what I think that means. But I have to say, I mean, the population, 24,000, that's pretty solid. It seems like it's climbing again. We've got the additional public transport in here. We'll take a little look and just double check if anything's got better. That's absolutely no better. The bus wait time has gone up, which is kind of concerning. I don't know how I feel about that. Although I guess that's maybe because the buses are servicing another part of town. So maybe the bus wait time went up because we now have you know, the buses going further away than they used to. Let's also take a look at education, though, and see what's going on with my changes there. We actually have filled everything. Education level's pretty good, but I'm assuming what we're likely going to start seeing is a bunch of complaints. There's 1,221 students enrolled. None of them are not enrolled. I have to imagine that as the population grows, we're going to start seeing, you know, a demand for more classrooms. So I think what we'll do is we'll hold off for a second. We'll not go crazy. We don't have unlimited money, but we'll give it a shot. We've also apparently attracted a blimp to a local landmark. Interesting. Event blimp. Filming a landmark came from the region. I've never seen that before. I don't remember that being a thing, but okay, that's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that. Now, wait, what the hell is all of this? Oh, it's the garbage trucks doing the rounds. All right. So here's a little something I want to do. I was looking at this space before I started today's episode, and I thought, why don't we get rid of some of the roads? Because I do think some of my grids are maybe a little bit compact. So let's go in and take out this road and this road. And then, well, I didn't mean to get rid of the building, but okay. All of those roads as well. And then what I want to do is we'll just get rid of the zoning and all these spaces and then just completely rezone it. And that'll just give them a little bit more room. We might get an extra building or two in there. We do have demand for commercial. It's a pretty comfortable demand too. So hopefully that's going to help us out. And we also have we have maxed out high wealth residential demand. So let's see what we can do about that. Let's say, I don't know where, this is a pretty good residential space. Let's have a look at land value for a second. So it's this one here. Land value down here is, I guess, somewhere between medium and high. Land value in all of this space is pretty high. I guess we should try and max out the land value sort of around this space. So I think what I'll do is try and get myself a nice park in here. And I think we'll go for, I kind of want this. I kind of want the Millennium Plaza. Wait, have I already built? Yeah, I've already got Millennium Plaza. What about this one? We could do some fountain plazas in here, which would be pretty good. I can put one here, which increases the land value right next to my house, which I'm here for. I'm absolutely here for that. Oh, new warehouses open up with the most advanced box and crate storage technology. Okay. Where did they do? Wait, is that going to be the new warehouse? Oh, I don't know how I feel about it being right downtown, but okay. Let's also see if we can get ourselves a nice sort of plaza here, and that'll extend the high wealth land value this way a little bit. And I guess that's pretty decent. If we get something here, it extends over this way as well. And can I get something right on that corner? I absolutely can. It is going to get rid of that little building, but I'm kind of here for it. So we'll do that, and it extends the high wealth land value right up to the water as well. So now everything in that space should have higher wealth land value. That's hopefully going to help us out a little bit. Hopefully we're going to see some of the demand go down a little bit. Although it doesn't look like it. The arrows are pointing down, but it doesn't really seem like it's actually going down. So maybe we extend that high wealth land value around here a little bit. I also kind of want to get rid of this road. I'm not going to lie. I think that road's just in a bit of an awkward spot. So we'll get rid of you. We'll get rid of this one too. Ooh. It's getting rid of it gets rid of a clinic. I could move the clinic, right? I could, if I wanted to, move the clinic, but I don't know if I should. This one here would be nice to get rid of, but that is going to be some pretty high-rise buildings going away. That's also a fire station, so I kind of can't do that. All right, anything on this road? There's a clinic on it. What if we got rid of that bit and that bit? Yes, this is a pretty sharp corner, but honestly, I'm kind of here for it. So we'll kind of just open that up a little bit and see what happens. And I do think it is, if we look at land value, it's medium around this tower. I'm kind of thinking we could expand it. We could maybe make it a bit better if we put like a nice big park plaza thing in right about here. I'm pretty sure we've got, oh, the SimCity launch park. Oh, it's huge though. That's unfortunate. Although I think if I got rid of this road, I could, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna get rid of you. And I kind of want that SimCity launch park in here. Urban hot air balloon park as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this thing I think is going to look pretty good in there. That urban hot air balloon park too. I do like that. And the amphitheater. There's a lot of things that I like, it turns out. There's a lot of cool buildings in here. Let's get this though, because that does bring that land value around a little bit. And we'll see what that does for us. We still have this chunk of land here, so hopefully things can build in there and hopefully there'll be some nice tall buildings. And hopefully that means that we're going to start seeing, I guess, oh yeah, these guys are redeveloping. Look down on the world from your penthouse atop the city's very first luxury high-rise. Not bad. That is not bad at all. Population has come down to 21,500. I don't love that, but it's probably okay. That's probably fine. I think we can make that work. I actually kind of want to see what this first luxury high-rise is going to look like as well. And on top of that, I also really want to get the population to 30,000 because then I can expand this thing again, which I really want to do. We've got the Department of Education, which honestly, I think we need. I think getting a high school and a university is going to be a great idea. The Department of Finance gives me tax rate control per zone and wealth, which is a really good breakdown as well. But I think what we'll probably end up doing is we'll get the Department of Education in Nerdberg, and then we'll get the Department of Finance in another city, because essentially whatever upgrades you make to your city hall in, say, Nerdberg, it applies to the other cities as well. So as long as we have a Department of Education, for example, here, it means we can get a high school in any other city. You can see right there, the only thing it requires is a Department of Education in the region. So that again ties into the idea that this game was supposed to be very multiplayer focused. So, you know, you can have one person focusing on kind of like what I'm doing, right? Focusing on ore, focusing on oil and making a bunch of money through that, or not. I mean, we're actually not making all that much money. Good Lord. A lot of that's going in transportation as well. Shocker. Interesting. Wait, why is it going in how is transportation doing? The wait for buses is down to 19 minutes. There's almost 10,000 people using it per day, which is fantastic. Streetcars is down to 29 minutes. That's lovely. Trains down to 10 minutes. Planes 37. I mean, honestly, turning up to the airport and getting a plane within 37 minutes is not bad. I've got to be real. That's not a bad turnaround. Anyway, speaking of this area down by the airport, I did mention I wanted to expand Omega Co. Though it's interesting we don't have that much oil. Well, not worry too much about that, because honestly, I want to get another production line, and I think putting it here, $25,000 is just fine. This thing is 50 per hour, so honestly, I'm gonna do 3 more of them right there, and that's gonna be what's our potential output now? We can produce up to 9,600 crates of Omega. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. We were maxed out on production yesterday, so, oh my God. Imagine being downwind of that. Imagine you were another player building over here. You look over in the horizon, there's just this purple smoke billowing towards your city. You'd be kind of annoyed. Honestly, that's one thing I regret with this game, is I never actually played multiplayer SimCity. I think I tried it with a couple of other YouTubers at one point, and we recorded like 2 or 3 episodes, and we got 2 or 3 episodes in, and we're like, so when do we collaborate here? Like, why do I need to be in a Skype? It was Skype at the time. Why do I need to be in a Skype call with you? Why are we doing this collaborative commentary? Because nothing I'm doing really affects you. Not really. And so we got 2 or 3 episodes in. We're like, I'm just going to go play this on my own. And it's like, yeah, I think we're all going to go do that, because there's no reason not to. And yeah, the multiplayer, it could have been so good. Anyway, enough about what could have been. I really want to try and deal with the fact that the low wealth Sims are apparently not really going to the house of worship, which is kind of weird. There were like, what? 22 people went yesterday. What if I put a bus stop in front of it? Would that help? There's a bus stop around. There's a parking right around the corner. But what if I put a bus stop right there? I kind of want to see if that helps us. I have my doubts, but I guess we'll see. Maybe that'll take some Sims up that way. Maybe it won't. What do you want? Plop a petroleum HQ. Okay, well, hold on a minute. Why are we getting complaints from these guys? Omega deliveries are slow. Omega demand is high, but current production rates cannot meet the industry's needs. Additional Omega Co factories or production lines will increase it. So we've probably sorted that out, although they don't have enough oil. That'll hopefully sort itself out. We do have Omega HQ as an option, which would be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, I do like that idea. And what have you got for me? Out of petroleum resources. What? Wait, hold on. Buildings have run out of crude oil. If you have an oil well, check it's operating properly or import some. Wait a minute. Are you working? Yeah, 30,728 barrels per day. There's a 4-month supply. I don't like that there's only a 4-month supply. I'm not going to lie. I don't love that. Can I... Oh, yeah, we are getting a bit low there. What if we just do, say, this and this? Can I put some... Can I do this and this? That'll probably help us out, right? So that'll give us up to hopefully maybe 5,000 barrels per day, something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm sure we'll find out. What do I need for petroleum HQ? I need to extract 9,600 barrels of crude oil in a day. I've done 1,471.5 so far. I thought I had this unlocked. I thought the reason the guy was like, hey, plop a petroleum HQ was because I have it unlocked, but apparently not. That's, yeah, that might be tricky. We're doing up to 3,900. Does that mean I just have to, I guess I just have to expand this thing like crazy, right? That's kind of where I'm at, although I can't expand it over there, annoyingly. I guess I can put it here. So we'll do that. And, if I could sort of get down there, we could kind of do that space as well, but I don't know that I see that happening. Well, maybe. Hold on a second. What if I did this? I don't want to connect it to this road, although I technically can. I don't know. I think I've just built a normal road there. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that technically counts. So let's try this, right? So bring it along. We'll bring it over. We'll bring it around. We'll bring you out a little bit. And we'll do this. And so now that's all connected. Can I build a pump down there? I totally can. There we go. This is a mess, but it is looking at 3,900 and probably climbing. So that's not bad. That'll hopefully get us a little bit closer to the 9,600 barrels that we need per day, which is honestly wild. That is, that is a lot. We're also losing money, which I don't love, but hopefully the fact that we're, oh man, this oil thing is not good. I don't want to have to import it either. Like, I really don't want to have to import oil. That would be kind of a disaster. I guess we could turn off the exports. I mean, we're exporting freight, right? If we go and manage this. No, we aren't. We're exporting oil. We're exporting ore. I don't know if I should be exporting either of those things, but I'm not super concerned. I'm mostly concerned about the fact that we just have all this demand for residential. Although we are seeing some growth. We're seeing, you know, the commercial demand's going away because the buildings are getting better. The residential demand, why are you complaining? Low land value. Okay, well, downgrade. Knock it down and build something else. That's not my problem. I think what we'll do, to be honest, is let's just build some commercial right here. And I think, honestly, we could probably fill this space in with some commercial as well. I don't love the idea of doing this, but I think it's kind of like the only thing we sort of can do. At the minute, it's kind of the only space we have to build in for growth, right? So this will hopefully deal with some of that demand that we're seeing. We'll do something like this, nothing crazy. And I think, honestly, let's upgrade some of these roads a little bit to high density. Let's go medium density on these guys across here. And medium density sort of around here as well. And hopefully that's going to give us a little bit of, since high density already, your medium. I think this one's, yeah, I upgraded a few of them to high density. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Let's just throw a bunch of commercial zoning into those spaces, and I guess here as well and across there. And it's going to be, it's a really, really weird space. We've got so many people walking up and down here, going to all these shops with an industrial, you know, ore mine across the street. It's really, really weird. It's a really, really weird setup right there, but I guess it works. You know what? We'll do some right there as well, and we'll do some next to the airport because we can. So yeah, that'll give us a new chunk of commercial. I'm gonna be surprised if it ever upgrades into anything good, but it is gonna deal with the commercial demand that we have, and that's what we're looking for. We're also up to just under 11,000 simoleons per hour, which is great. We're looking at 25,000 sims in here, which is not bad either. We still need another 5,000, but to be fair, that's not, oh wait, you are kidding me. I forgot that disasters were a thing. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, it's focused right in the middle of my residential zone as well. You've got to be kidding me. It just took out my fire. Oh my God. Oh, my population! Oh no! I forgot that was a thing! I mean, it's SimCity, of course there's disasters! Oh no! Wait, that was a clinic? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, wait, what was that? It was a grade school. Oh no. That was a police station. It took out my fire station, my police station, my grade school, and my clinic. All right, hold on a minute. Bulldoze the clinic, bulldoze the grade school, bulldoze the police station, bulldoze the fire station. I actually cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. Oh no, man. Come on. Oh no. That's terrible. Why did I forget that SimCity of all games, why did I forget that SimCity had disasters? That's like the whole thing. That's the whole point of this game, is that it has disasters and that they can strike at any time. That's the whole shtick of SimCity, is that, you know, earthquakes and like Godzilla and things like that. Good Lord. All right. I'm pretty sure the clinic wasn't there originally. The police station was, but that's fine. Can I get a grade school in here? It's going to be 16,000. I can build it right there, which is fine. And for the police station, I mean, it could go there, but that's going to block the grade school. The police station can go down here, although I kind of need money. I also kind of need firefighters to come around and put out these burning buildings, because there are a few of them. Oh my God, there's a lot of them. Oh, wow. Yeah, that might be a problem. All right, let's bulldoze these buildings that just are completely destroyed. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I completely forgot. Completely forgot that that this happened. Oh man, we're having to bulldoze so much as well. I mean, I don't have to bulldoze abandoned buildings, admittedly, but I'm going to, because I don't really want abandoned buildings. People don't like living next to them, so if it's abandoned, we'll get rid of it. We're still making money, so there is that. We're doing okay in terms of money. We just need to build the infrastructure again. So the police station was the one thing we needed. Honestly, I'm putting a French police station in here. I kind of like the French police station. I think it's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and just get ourselves, I don't really need extra cells right now. So we'll just get the, we'll get the extra cars, which we can't afford. All right, well, fair enough. I don't really want the sign. Well, the sign can live there. And the cars, 15,000. If I could get some money, that'd be great, but it is every hour, so that's all right. I mean, I guess that's the area's covered, right? It has fire coverage, it has education, it has policing, it has medical. It just all needs upgraded again, and I don't really know what the priority should be. So I guess what we'll do is we'll fill in that annoying gap right there. So just there for 15,000. And I think we'll wait for the money to pick back up. We'll let the population grow again, and everything will be okay. I think we recovered pretty quickly from that earthquake. I think the fact that we have 12,000 simoleons coming in per hour is helping greatly. And I imagine that's because, yeah, 6,000 barrels per day is probably doing wonders for OmegaCo. Yeah, 3,950 barrels or crates yesterday. So technology, over this way is doing pretty well. I would say the tech boost from the community college plus Omega is helping my industry. We can see all of that beautiful purple smoke, and that's, I would imagine, yes, 12,900 simoleons. Oh, God. Oh, and the oil. Once we run out of oil, we are screwed. And that is where I'm going to leave it for today, because that's not something I want to deal with today. That's something we're going to have to figure out. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.